I don't know how to start. Hi, my name's Craig. I'm South African, inspired by triathlons. Any sport, all sports that I do is very important to me. That's me in a nutshell. Sporty. I originally bought them because they're quite cool, quite trendy shoes. And I think I chose red because they're quite stand-outish, and I like to stand out from the crowd, I suppose. And everyone remembers me as the guy with the red shoes. The biggest adventure I've ever had in the shoes is definitely doing the Budapest Ironman, 70.3. Very tough challenge. It was a 1.9 kilometre swim, 91.1 kilometre bike, and a 24.4 kilometre run. Loved it. Absolutely loved every moment of it. It was probably the most enjoyable, fun challenge of my life. Well, the furthest distance from home would be Budapest. However, I have taken them home, which is back in South Africa. So, home could, I class home as the UK. So the furthest distance from home is South Africa. And I've trained with him in South Africa in the heat. Came to England, joined the army. Spent 5 years in the army, met a girl, moved to Oxford. We lived together for 4 or 5 years, and things didn't work out, and I just stayed in Oxford. And that's how I've come to live here. Always wanted to be a soldier. Family's all been soldiers. So, yeah, pretty much just a lifelong ambition. And a challenge that I was willing to uptake. Just went to war a couple of times, got blown up, and thought, don't need to do this anymore. I've had enough of it. Got told I was going to go back to Afghanistan 18 months after my tour, and I thought, no more. And I left. No, I just felt that I'd done my time, and I'd done enough, and I didn't need to do any more. I didn't need to go back to war again. I didn't need to carry on being a soldier. It wasn't the lifestyle that I imagined it to be. I look forward to the end of the day. Because then at the end of the day I finish work and I can go do sport. The difficulties is I'm a very opinionated person. I find it difficult to hold my tongue and not give my opinion for everything, and tell people what I think of what they're doing, and those are the difficulties in life for me. Special things in Oxford probably definitely be the architecture and how beautiful all the buildings are, because they're all old Victorian buildings, whereas in South Africa it's all modern houses, modern buildings, but also how friendly people are in Oxford compared to sort of London and further south. People are very friendly in Oxford. Every day I imagine myself in other people's shoes, mainly because I'd have to put myself in other people's shoes thinking, to work out what they were thinking. I imagine myself in their shoes and think how would they feel if I told them exactly what I thought. Yeah, as part of my work I go see clients and do surveys of their buildings, and yeah, that's how I come in contact with people every single day, and a lot of them are idiots, and I'd like to tell them that, but that's why I go back to the putting yourself in people's shoes. Morals. Definitely every human being should have morals and standards. And kindness, I think. But if you think of speaking of physical things, food is also a basic need. But going away from the physical things, definitely everyone should have morals and standards and kindness. Yeah, I think the freedom movement is very important because being born in South Africa, I had to apply for a visa to come over to England, and it was a nightmare. It's really difficult, and it almost put me off coming over. Whereas being a British citizen now, I can go to France, no problem. I can go to Germany, I can go to Belgium, anywhere within Europe without a problem. So I think the freedom of movement is really important. It's really good. Even though we're not part of Europe, we need Europe to be on our side, essentially. And if we close all the doors to freedom of movement for Europe to come in, then it'll happen to us. We won't be able to go without visa, so I don't think it will affect us. I think my way of life is definitely chilled out. I can be uptight sometimes, like everyone can, but I mean, I just let life go by. No point in getting stressed about big things, little things, sorry. I think when I die I'd like to be remembered as the friendly, happy guy and sporty guy that everyone got along with. Yeah, definitely, I definitely want to have a family. Without a doubt, I'd love to have 3 children, a boy and a girl and a boy. Yeah, it's all planned out. Having been to war, having been blown up, been shot at and everything, I've learned to realise, and I want everyone to realise this, that there's no need to stress about the small things in life. Yes, you have to go to work. Yes, you get some stress at work, but there's no point in getting wound up and stressed out about it, because you can't change it. So don't sweat the small stuff, is what I'd like you to understand. If you were to walk a day in my shoes. Yeah, I think the suffering I've seen has definitely changed me. 100%. I've used to get stressed and angry about the little things. And then I realised there's bigger things the bigger fish to fry, there's bigger things to stress about. The saddest time as a soldier is probably the holding my friend's head while he passed away after being blown up. That was the day I decided enough's enough. Don't want to be part of this anymore. Well, yeah, now that you've got my old pair of shoes, I think in my new pair of shoes, which is another red pair, I would like to take them to Lanzarote and do a full Ironman in them, which is double the distance of what I did with the old pair. Yes, yeah, I started a new life in December. My fiance's moving back to Oxford, so we're going to get a house together, live together, and then get married in February. So, and then probably start trying to make babies, or get a puppy, whichever one comes first.